Morgan, this here is an American stream. You take that mess you talking there and you speak English on this here stream. You hear me? We're getting started in just another moment. In a few moments, sorry. While you wait, make sure you hit that like button on the video if you're watching now or in the future. Stay active in the community live chat. Say hello to each other, drop some blue hearts, or you can drop some fleur de lis. Wherever you're from, drop the symbol. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody from tonight. Also, last but not least, make sure you share the stream as well. Let people know that we are live. Share it across your socials that you're active in. And, you know, convince the folks to come watch us. We want to make this thing blow up. Okay? Y'all, we got some art news to talk about. I just got the scoop on everything that is going on with this thing in New York. We're going to talk about it, y'all. We're going to do some art too. We're going to talk about art and we're going to make some art. It's going to be like art 360, man. Art everywhere, man. Y'all ready for some art drama? You want to talk about some art drama? I'm ready. I'm ready, man. It's going to be a good show tonight. It's going to be a real good show tonight. Yo. I gotta get some WD-40 for this mic stand, bro. It be squeaking, bro. I listened to it on the clips from the art block, and you can hear it squeaking. I was like, damn. But nobody hates me enough to say something. Anyway, we're gonna start the show. Oh. Hola, mi gente. Yo soy Jabo. Tu chico es de Bed-Stuy. Claro que sí. Claro que sí. That's all you're getting. But what's good? What's good, y'all? What's up, Kunam, Morgan, Coco in the chat. Morgan, what are you saying you like? You like the noise, the rusty noise from my mic stand? Are you insane? Are you insane? Are you super sane? Ya tú sabes. Well, no. So I actually was able to get caught up on the statue that's here in my city. But before we get into that, how's everybody doing? How is your Tuesday? Are you home? Are you safe? Are you comfortable? Are you eating? What are y'all doing? What's up? What's going on tonight? Tonight's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be fun. I don't know if we'll complete everything that I have in mind, but it's gonna be fun. Yes. But yeah. What was that one thing you said earlier too? I don't even know what that was. You said Gomen Kapuri? There actually is a spot near me that's doing Haitian Creole classes, so that's interesting. I was thinking about checking that out. Literally down the block. You chilling? Messy? Okay. You said hi, how's it going? Hi, how's it going? Hey, how are you? How you doing? Hey, pal. Hey, bud. Hey, Sport. Remember that one? Remember when Stu used to call Tommy Sport? But before we get into this conversation, before we get into the art, I want to go over a few things on the schedule as we do every single time, just to remind y'all what's going on here on the channel and around the way. So here is the stream schedule for the week. I forgot to add on Saturday's stream, but there will be a stream on Saturday. Tonight is live drawing session number 127. Tomorrow is co-working at 10 a.m. Thursday is Animal Crossing, Happy Home Paradise. And then on Saturday, we're jumping into, drum roll please, South of Midnight. We were starting the game. I didn't really get that far in the first place and haven't had a chance to really play it. So we're going to sit and play it on Saturday, starting at 11 a.m. So come through for that. It's going to be strictly only on YouTube, maybe. I might do TikTok. I'm not sure. TikTok has been finicky this week, so we'll see. Discord events. So we have a lot of things happening for May as well. We have, drum roll please, virtual drink and draw tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Join us in the Discord if you have the access to the server. Come through. I need to make sure I don't read the chat while I'm talking because I get distracted. Because I was reading, that's why I paused. Anyway, Wednesday, tomorrow night, May 14th, we're hanging out in the Discord, drink and draw. Bring your own stuff, obviously, and let's have a good time. It's going to be great. We've always had a good time, and I have a little clip to show you that we'll play after I finish these little announcements. Also, this Sunday will be our second. Wow, I can't believe it's going by so fast, but this Sunday is our second game night of the month. We literally just had the Fortnite game night. I don't know how we're in the middle of May already. That's crazy. And then on the 25th, was that the 25th? Yes, Sunday the 25th, we'll be watching One Down, Two to Go, another great blaxploitation film that we'll be checking out in the Discord as per usual. And of course, there are also some events that are not on this graphic, but it is on my site. There are things on my site that you will be seeing more of. I'm trying to point at it. So if you go to habtunes.com/schedule, you'll see everything that's going on for the month of May. We also have our Synergy Saturday walking group meetup that we do. We're doing it twice a month now, which has been so far so good. Thanks to Morgan for setting it up and keeping track with it and keeping us all on beat. Also, Sweaty Minds will be updating tomorrow, and get used to this face because you'll be seeing it tonight. Look at her. You see that? That's KG. KG happens to be one of the most popular Sweaty Minds characters for some reason. I don't know what it is, but everybody loves her. Also, Morgan has been on the art block once again. She's graced us with her presence. Episode 21, we talk about AI art again. This is something that we will continue to talk about because it's not going anywhere and it's not stopping. So go check that out once the stream is over, or tomorrow morning, or whenever. And make sure you leave a comment. Comments are important. They help out the channel a lot, including likes as well. So do those things. Helps out the channel. Love you all. Here's the clip of Virtual Drink and Draw. And I'm pretty sure when it's done, you're going to sign up. You're going to sign up to be a YouTube member or a Patreon member, so you have access to Discord. Let's go. Oh, my bad. I just be grooving to that, bro. It's a nice little bop. You know what I'm saying? I love that video, but you should come through. Also, I was wondering why my sound was so low, and I realized I had on my computer the sound turned down to like 40 for some reason. I don't know what that was. Anyway, now it makes sense why everything was so low when I was playing it back earlier. That's so crazy. Anyway, come through to Virtual Drink and Draw tomorrow night. It's absolutely free if you are a member of the YouTube channel. Memberships are BB's Besties. We got some BB's Besties in the chat. Yes, we do. You see those beautiful things next to their names in the comment section in our live chat? Yeah, that's a BB's Bestie badge. Badge. You already know the vibes. But now, folks, I want to talk about something that I think it's a very interesting thing happening now in the art world. I think it's a very important conversation that comes up every once in a while, every so often, especially when it pertains to Black people and specifically Black women. So I found something out. See, this statue situation, the statue in Times Square situation has been very interesting because I've noticed what I notice about the internet, especially if you live somewhere that is very popular like New York. There will be a lot of tall tales created about your city or about people from your city or things involving your city that don't happen or that are not true. A lot of hysteria is created. A lot of false narratives are created, misinformation, etc., etc. I say this because they told me, and when I say they, I mean the internet people, they said that the artist who was responsible for the statue in Times Square of the average Black woman was not Black. So tell me why when I go find out that the artist has an IG and he's actually very famous, turns out it's just a light-skinned Black dude. And his name, is Thomas J. Prince. Now, I don't know too much about Mr. Prince as an artist. I just know that he's followed by some mutuals and some of my favorite artists, so he seems to be pretty decent off rip. And it looks like this series has existed for some time where he's done more than one of these statues. I don't know where you can see the rest of the statues, but they all look really great. My personal opinion about the statue is that it's fine. I think the statue is fine. I think the statue is good. I think it is high quality. I think that what we have displayed in Times Square is what we see as the average Black woman. And I feel like, honestly, there's some other things I definitely want to point out, but I believe that no matter what that statue was going to look like, there was still going to be people complaining about that. Like, no matter what the statue looked like, it could have been a slim chick, it could have been a chick with a thick body, it could have been anybody. And they still would have found a way to complain. However, a lot of what I am seeing, the discussions on TikTok, the random comments, first of all, the comments on his artwork, the comments on his posts on Instagram are disgusting. Like, people are really going out their way to just be disrespectful to this man, and getting like way too deep into things. Like, they're doing this like quasi intellectualism kind of thing in their comment, and it's like, no, you don't really be looking at art like that. You should probably shut up. You know what I mean? Let me look at one right now, because there was one I just saw. Also, he reposted Real Tunes. I know Morgan probably remembers who Real Tunes is. Real Tunes is a guy who is best known for drawing very and highly controversial things back in the day of black celebrities and black leaders, and it led him to getting some opportunities, you know, in the art industry. So he's very popular now, and he did a comic on the statue, based on the statue in Times Square, and Thomas J. Prince or J. Price reposted it. So if you go to his page, and luckily he doesn't seem to be, I don't know, maybe he is looking at stuff. He doesn't seem to be bothered. But let me read off some of these comments here. This is not the one I saw. The one I saw, it just felt like you was doing too much. Here we go. Yeah, this is the one. I'm gonna read it right now. And I'm recording this, so this will be cut up, and the people that watch this afterwards will see all the images I'm talking about. So here we go. The comment I'm looking at right now says, I just want to mention that I respect the concept of this art, the statue. However, as someone who cares about black art, I and many other black viewers are disappointed. The figure, with her visibly exhausted expression, plus-size frame, and hands placed firmly on her hips, comes across as a tired, stereotype representation. Rather than celebrating the strength, complexity, and beauty of black women, it feels like it reinforces damaging narratives, especially in a space as globally visible as Times Square. Representation matters, and when women are depicted in public, it should be to recognize in a respectful way. I think her sentence was a little constructed. It was constructed weird and threw me off. Anyway, and if you are black, you should be ashamed of this. So that's what she said. And if I go to her profile, I don't know if she is an artist herself or if she's young, but it does feel like the people that are complaining or are mad, they come from a very specific demographic or very specific part of the black community. And these are typically people, and this type of person exists in all communities. These are the type of people that kind of understand art a little bit. They might have gone on a date with somebody that went to a museum and they told them a few things about a Picasso or a Basquiat, and now they know a little something, but they're not really that into art. They don't really respect the form, the medium that much. They don't go to museums. They don't really consume and absorb and immerse themselves in the world of art, but they always got something to say. So everybody's a critic, right? Everybody's a critic. And the comments basically are the same all the way through. Some of them are really nasty. One person says, "What a goddamn joke. Stop celebrating mediocrity." Another person says, "Side effects of a mother telling her talentless son that his art is good." First of all, this is a whole sculpture. If you look at the detail of just the woman in Times Square, the hair alone looks like it took a long time to create, shape, and mold. So, like, if we're going to talk about talent, the last thing, or the last person that needs to be talking about it, is this dude in this picture here with his private account. And his name is Bill Gates with an 8. You know what I'm saying? So I think the statue is fine. I think the statue is beautiful because we all know black women that look like this. This is the average black woman. We've worked with women that look like this. We have women like this in our family. We've probably dated women like this, depending on your orientation. You know what I mean? Like, this woman exists, and to come out with vitriol and venom against this statue is to disrespect all those women. That's your grandmother. That's your auntie. That's your sister. That's your girlfriend. That's your wife. That's your homie. So what are you saying to them? Because that first comment really bothered me with the lady that kind of went into this long paragraph type comment. That bothered me because it's like, why are you so bothered by her weight? Why did you even bring that up? Would you still be okay if she was skinnier? What else would you complain about if she was skinnier? You know what I mean? It's very fat phobic. We breathe and live in fat phobia across our entire community. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And then the expression. Now I'm going to look at this again because I tried to look and see what she was talking about. Right now, I've seen the regular version. I'm also looking at the gold version that's on his Instagram page. And this one is at a different museum, I believe. It's the same type of statue, same exact statue, but it's a different color. Now I'm looking at I'm looking at her face. I'm still just, I can't get over the braids. The braids look amazing. I love the folds in the shirt, and I love the creases in the leggings. That's just, I love that. But it looks like the face just looks neutral. She has a very neutral face. She's just, default face. Like she's staring at somebody or staring at something. She's lost in thought. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting angry. I'm not getting negativity or disappointment. I don't see that at all. So what is everybody else seeing? You know what I'm saying? And it just feels like, I don't know. It just, everything that people point out just feels wrong. It's like they talking about her clothes, but literally I see y'all walk outside like that all the time. Y'all go to work like that. It's a t-shirt and leggings. I wear joggers every day for the most part. So what? Like it just feels like you're nitpicking for no reason. It's classist to make fun of the clothes or poke fun at the clothes. Poking fun at her weight or mentioning her weight is fat phobic. And anything else definitely is breeding from some sort of insecurity or negativity, whether it's racism, colorism, anything. And I need our people to, because this also reminds me recently of what happened with Sinners. So minor spoilers, but it's pretty evident from, I think, even the previews, who's with who and what is with what, right? But in the film Sinners, there is a character named Annie who's in a relationship with one of the other main characters, Smoke. Now, because I grew up around all types of women, because I've dated all types of women, when I saw her and him on screen, when I saw them both on screen and they had that intimate scene, I was not surprised. I was not taken aback. I didn't feel any like shock or awe. It was just a scene between two beautiful Black people who love each other, who are going through a very dark situation right now. Which is, their relationship being kind of rocky due to things that have happened prior to us meeting them in the film. I'm not going to spoil that. Go watch it. And not everybody, let me rephrase that. And there has been discourse about what and who Annie is to Smoke. And everybody saw Annie, not everybody, again, sorry. And these people saw Annie and said, that's his auntie, that's his sister. There's no way that they're any way near romantic or sexual with each other. So it's like people just are incessantly small-minded. I can't think of a better term than that, but small-minded. Why can't a big Black woman, a larger Black woman, a voluptuous Black woman, full-bodied, be the sex symbol? Why can't she be the archetype? Why can't she be the hero? The archetype of a hero? Why can't she be the archetype of romance? Why can't she be a lover? So it's the same instance with the statue. It's like, what are you really saying? And what do you really want? And I need our people to really like get outside of these walls that have been built up around us from Obviously, our traumatic history in slavery, our traumatic history with civil rights, and then modern day racism and other problematic things that are happening. These come from those things. These walls are built up from those things of us being talked down upon about our beauty, our dark skin, our curves, our natural kinky hair. All these things that make us us. And these people came from wherever they came from. They built these walls around our community and said, this is what you need to look like. This is what you need to do. This is how you're supposed to look. Anything else is just angry, black, fat, and ugly. And it's terrible. And with art, there should be some lenience with how people perceive things. You know what I'm saying? There should be some lenience with how people perceive what they feel is beautiful, what they feel represents our community, what they feel is safe. Because when I look at that statue, I see confidence. When I look at that statue, I see beauty. When I look at that statue, I see care. I see safety. And when I see care, when I say care, I mean there was a great deal of care that was taken to create this statue. I have a friend who is also a sculptor. This is not something for people who are faint of heart. Being a sculptor requires a lot of time, energy, and strength, really. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to sit here and just disrespect what he created. It doesn't look bad at all. It's a very beautiful, very beautifully sculpted statue. And when you go to look at the other stuff that he has here, it's beautiful, it's masterful. Everything is great. And there is one statue of a slimmer woman. There's a couple of them. And I'm like, y'all would have said something about this girl too. Y'all would have said something about her hair. Y'all would have said something about her being on her phone. Like, why is she on her phone? Why? And there's another one where a woman is looking to the side. They'll be like, why is she looking to the side? Why is she not facing forward? This means that she's trying to, avoid responsibility. They would come up with some nonsense. So what I need to tell our community is get a grip, read a book, go to a museum, and stop being stupid. Stop being stuck on stupid. It doesn't make sense for y'all to look like this. Y'all making us look bad. He's not making us look bad. Y'all are making us look bad. Thomas J. Price, even though I don't know much about him, is an incredible artist just from the little I've seen of his work alone. Ooh, he put one of them in public. He actually put another one in public. This one, ooh, she's tall. Dang, these are really big. I need to go see it. This one looks like it is in Italy. It might be Italy. I'm gonna try to show it like right here, right now. But look, that's the slimmer girl. She's on her phone. This is in Italy. And I bet you they fine. I bet you they having a good time. See? Oh, no. Even somebody got on him here 6 weeks ago. It doesn't fit with the beauty of Florence. Florence isn't modern. It's timeless and beautiful and so full of history. And here goes another one that's really long, but it's in Italian. All right, here we go. Terrifying. Arriving in that square, the heart of a history of culture and love for the arts. Chest of the steps of Medici family that opens the whole What is he talking about? I have been in pain, but do we want to stop calling art the first bronze casting, which represents, among other things, absencism and abstraction from the beauty of reality we're condemning ourselves to with cell phones and electronic? What is he talking about? Anyway, the bottom line is our people need to really step outside our bubbles. We all end up in bubbles at some point, right? Because we noticed that with this, again, going back to the sinners discourse, right? Just in general, once more people started to see it, we started to see diminishing returns of the conversation. We started to see diminishing returns on theories and random factoids or whatever that people were talking about across the internet. It started to get really bad. And I'm going to need y'all to start reading. I'm going to need y'all to start going to the museum or art galleries. I'm going to need y'all to start embracing things outside of what you're usually used to, because that is how we grow. That's how we learn to accept things that are different from us. That is how we learn to accept other people. Because disrespecting the artist who meant no harm and all love, you know what I mean? You're saying all these nasty things. It's not going to do anything positive for him and his work. And what are you going to do? You're going to move it? You going to take it down yourself? Good luck with that. You're going to end up hurting yourself. You're going to get a hernia. And trust me, those aren't fun. So please, like, get it together, y'all, for real. Let me read some of y'all comments real quick. I might put these in the video too. I'm gonna read some of your comments right now. You thought the expression was neutral? Yeah, I thought so too, Coco. There are thousands of women who look like that statue. I've seen so many women that say the statue looks like me. Exactly. Exactly, Coco. Morgan says, I also thought the expression was neutral. People have a critique for everything because they have nothing better to do. Internalized misogyny, racism, insecurities, and a push for respectability politics led to these takes. Exactly. You said that so succinctly and way better than everything I just said. Respectability politics. How did I forget about that? Because that's always the underpinning issue with us, right? No matter what we do, there's always respectability politics. It's like, oh, we have to be clean cut. We have to do this. We have to do that. We got to make sure that we look presentable. We can't have the bonnet on. We can't come outside wearing any old raggedy thing. We can't just exist. You know what I'm saying? Like literally every single time there's an issue, it's always about respectability politics. You see it everywhere that Black people exist. Everywhere. It's tiring, bro. Like our existence is very tiring. And I don't mean to say that like I'm tired of being Black. I mean to say that like being Black is exhausting because we constantly have to deal with just nonstop nonsense across the globe every single day. Every single day. Whether you're on the internet or in person walking around in the streets. That's why I always make it a habit, if I'm going somewhere new, whether it's a virtual space or our IRL space, where the Black folks at? Because that respectability politics ain't gonna matter when you get pulled over and they got their gun drawn on you. Hello, officer. No, they don't care. I've been seeing this phrase, low race self-esteem. I've never heard of that. I got to look that up, Coco. PJ was good. Morgan also says, I used to get similar comments on my art. They were mad. I illustrated braids. People love being mad for no reason. Yeah. Honestly. And I think regardless though, this is a good look for him. Because now more people know about him. I wouldn't have known about him until he put that statue there and there was a controversy. So now I want to check out more of his work. I want to learn more about him. And I want to know why he chose this medium and why he chose to create statues the way he is now. Very contemporary, very modern. You know what I mean? It's cool because we don't have statues like this. It's not common enough yet. Because the statues of yesteryear, the statues of old, that's a time that we don't live in anymore. So people are obsessed with this European exceptionalism, and they forget like they live in a trailer park. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all acting all big and high and mighty, and you're talking about, oh, this is not good and da 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 da, and it's like y'all literally don't live or do anything better. Y'all look like the statue. What are you mad about? Are you mad that you see yourself or you see somebody you know? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Black folks, Ken folk, please, let's just do better. Leave that man alone. Show him some love. You know what I'm saying? Because literally all we do all the time, it's a cycle. We say, we complain, there's no black artists out there, there's no good black art. And then when we get it, it's like, oh no, this is not the black art we were talking about. Oh no, this is not what we were looking for. It's always nitpicky, bro. It's always nitpicky with us on the most basic and inane shit. It's frustrating, yo. It's really frustrating. What y'all want, Zendaya? You want a statue of Zendaya? Huh? Is that what you want? You want a statue of Zendaya? What do y'all want? What do y'all want? I'm not talking about y'all, the chat. I'm talking about in general the people that are complaining. So anyway, that's all I gotta say because I feel like I'm gonna end up just rambling at some point. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. The statue is great. If you don't like it, you got an issue. You got problems. You go see a therapist. It's a great statue. His work is really good. Like anybody that can sculpt a life-size, a giant human being with super intricate accuracy, folds, creases, details in hair, expression. That's phenomenal to me. I don't know about y'all, but that's phenomenal to me. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't do that. I will say that one statue of LeBron James looked crazy though. That was a travesty. That was bad. That was actually bad art because that didn't look like Dwayne. No, was it LeBron James or Dwayne Wade? Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade statue from a few years ago looked crazy. That thing was scary. It didn't even look like him. So for that one, sure, we can shit on that because they didn't even care. But this black artist took the time out. He spent a long time. I don't know how long, but he spent a long time working on them statues. And he took great care. You can see him for yourself. Go to his Instagram, Thomas J. Price. I'm telling y'all. All right, so I'm going to edit that and turn that into a thing. So now I have something to post about the statue. Because I didn't want to say nothing before because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. There was mad people talking about it. But now that I know and now that I see that people was lying to me, they were talking about, oh, he white. He's just light skinned. He's black. He's just light skinned. Sculpting is hardcore, plus the process of casting bronze statues and cleaning them up. Exactly. People wilding out here, bro. They wilding. So tonight we will be animating a stupid Sweaty Minds short. I'm using some previously created assets. And we're going to try to make something nice. But yeah, we will be working on some Sweaty Minds stuff tonight. Also, there was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about, and I can't remember now. There's something else I had looked earlier, bookmark. I forgot what it was. I think it had something to do with the copyright office, but I really don't remember. But yo, you know how crazy tomorrow's going to be right now? So if y'all are on Threads or any social media platform and you're black or you like black art or you know whatever, if you like Marvel, you know that they have a show coming out soon. Is it a show? It's a show. It's a show, right? They have a show coming out soon, Ironheart, which stars Dominique Thorne. We saw her previously in Wakanda Forever. That was her intro. That was her introduction, the backdoor pilot into the MCU. The character of Ironheart was created by Brian Michael Bendis, and we are now getting a live action adaptation of this character, who is not a successor of Iron Man, but more of an addition to the Iron Man family. she's her own person, right? She's not claiming to be Iron Man or nothing like that. What I love about this character, from what I've seen so far from the Wakanda Forever movie and whatnot, she's very down to earth. I think she's from Chicago, which is also cool. So we're going to see a city that we don't commonly see on TV. And she's just like she's about that life, bro. Like she ready to do what she got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not one of them cowardly characters. She's not goofy and doofy like that. She's about that life. Like she's ready, and I think that's dope. The unfortunate thing is that we have not seen any promo for Ironheart since October 2024. That was until today when they released, or was that yesterday? They released some new still images of the show. Now, the problem is they're releasing the trailer tomorrow, Wednesday. There also happens to be another superhero movie that has a trailer coming out tomorrow. And the unfortunate thing about this is the fact that this other superhero, he happens to be one of the most iconic, the most popular, and the most anticipated superhero in any medium or franchise. That superhero happens to be Superman, the one and only, the OG Superman. So James Gunn is dropping his Superman trailer tomorrow, and Marvel is also dropping their Ironheart trailer tomorrow. What do you think is going to happen, class? They're going to play fair? You think all the attention is going to go to one or the other? Guess which one is going to go to? James Gunn's Superman. So I don't know what's going on at Marvel, but it just feels really jacked up that out of all of their series that they've had, and I can prove it because I have receipts thanks to the Blurred Without Fear on Threads. Hold on, I gotta go to his page. He had posted something, and it's this documentation of the length of time. Where is it at? Damn it, where is it at? Here we go. I think I found it. Yes. So there's a chart or a graph that shows the length of time between a show's trailer and when the show actually premiered and when they got around to actually, like, you know, promoting it or whatever. So below are the time frames between the release of every Disney Plus show from the trailer to full release. So they have all the Disney Plus shows here. So WandaVision was September 21st, 2020. And then the show premiered on January 15, 2021. That was 116 days. So they were promoting WandaVision pretty heavily for 116 days. Falcon and Winter Soldier, December 11th, 2020 to March 19th, 2021, 98 days. Loki, Season 1, December 11th, 2020, June 9th, 2021, 180 days. Hawkeye, September 13th, 2021, premiered November 24th, 2021, 72 days. And it goes on and on and on and on. The shortest one, as of right now, is Daredevil Born Again. First trailer, January 15th of 2025. Second trailer, release date, March 4th, 2025. So that's 49 days. That's the shortest time they've ever had. The thing, and I know somebody will be like, oh, but Daredevil had the same amount of time or whatever. They didn't do any promo. The thing is, Daredevil is an established character. He's also white. And people have been fiending for Daredevil since the Netflix cancellation. So even still, this is not boding well for Riri Williams. This is not boding well for Ironheart. This is not boding well for anybody that is excited for this show, because they need to move that trailer to another day. They got to do it next Wednesday. I'm telling you right now, it's not beating Superman. No matter how hard we try, no matter how hard we share, repost, retweet, whatever, that's not beating Superman. So like Coco said, I think it's a setup. And I said this before. I think for the shows, for the things that they're not too confident about, they allocate the funding for advertising to other things. So Daredevil was the last show to get promoted. A lot of their budget went to Daredevil. They even put out not a trailer. They even put out a video. It's like one of those those videos I like where it's just like 10 hours of like white noise or whatever. They did one of that with Daredevil where he like runs up on a roof, he climbs and like perches down, and then he stares at you for 10 hours. They released that for Daredevil. They should have did something like that for Ironheart. Imagine like they dropped the trailer. They could have dropped the trailer like last week, 3 weeks ago, and they could have been putting out mad stuff for Ironheart. Like, oh, here's some ambient white noise, 10 hours of Ironheart in her lab. You know what I'm saying? They could have had a Lo-Fi Girl Ironheart study thing. You know what I'm saying? They could have done all these things that are very trendy. People love to see and watch and consume. They haven't done anything. So this is going to be a very strange looking promo run. They just put out a featurette with Ryan Coogler. But it's like, why wasn't this featurette put out weeks ago? Months ago? We literally have nothing to go on. Oh man, so tomorrow's going to be interesting. God help him. But let's switch over to make this art, man. We're going to do some art, bro. I'm going to try to animate tonight, man. We're going to start up the TikTok side as well, dog. Yo. Also, Fallout. I was about to say Fallout 4. The Fallout TV show just got renewed for a 3rd season. And I'm excited. It's going to be good. Walton Goggins, man, I don't know where he came from, but that motherfucker funny as hell, man. He funny looking and he funny. he literally is everywhere. Everything I watch, he ends up being in it. He's just there. So I'm excited about that. That's coming out December, I think. I think they said it's coming out December, the new season. All right. Let me set up TikTok. It moves. This is music from Katamari Damacy. If you don't know what that game is, Google it. Na 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 na. Classic. We love Katamari. I think that was the title of one of the games. Christmas Day was good. They're gonna be competing with Doctor Who. Chill. Don't do that. So each one's gonna be 4 frames, I think. And I gotta do stuff of her opening. So it's not gonna take. Get started. What is going on with TikTok, bro? I'm gonna give her another minute. TikTok is tripping. Oh yeah, what kind of ads are y'all getting tonight on YouTube? Because I'm gonna talk to YouTube and be like, stop trying to sell Ozempic to my audience, bro. We don't do that. That's not our thing over here. We want oxtail and really cool t-shirts. No ads yet? That's good. Maybe they took my advice and they said, you know what, members should not get ads. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'm really excited, y'all, because while this won't be going up right now, Patreon will see it first. I'm excited to show off KG3's voice. I learned a little trick. It's gonna be good. Y'all not gonna hear it tonight, but soon. Already got it recorded.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
One day you wanna try this? You got a Claritin ad? That makes sense. Allergies. I think it's CLBRI. I don't know. Clear. Claritin clear. Hey, it's Claritin clear, man. Oh wait, hold on, let me check. Yeah, there we go. Claro que sí. Hey, look, I have a hard time spelling what you call occasion. I'm terrible at spelling occasion. I always mess that up. And I used to get hundreds on all my English papers. I'm an exceptional English person. But occasion got other plans. So yeah, it's gonna start there, zoomed in on her face. I'm gonna open her mouth slightly up and down like that. Simple open close. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with TikTok, bro. I closed it. Hey, save us some memory, right? Yeah, this feels very bossa nova. I like it. No, lurk does not never worked over here. No one's lurked in like 4 years. No one's done that. That's a Twitch thing. Streamlabs always clocking it, bro. I could have just been like, oh, let me just drop the old drawing in here, but that would just look distorted, so I just like redrawn the whole thing. And then my favorite part about redrawing the whole thing is that it doesn't come out exactly as the original, so that's good for me. I like that. But this is a very common practice. You'll see this everywhere. Any creative industry that uses visual arts assets or whatever. Gaming, comics, TV shows. Very common in TV shows. Pay attention to some of the stuff that goes on, and you'll see a lot of the things, the shortcuts they take. Some of the stuff is really obvious. Like using the same background over and over again. Using the same background characters. Sometimes you might see different colors on main characters in a shot. My favorite one is the one they pointed out in Invincible, the episode where they went to the convention, and he was like, sometimes we'll just cut to a shot of the back of a head. Saves on budget. It's like, yeah, saves on budget and time. The fuck? People just be expecting shit to just magically pop up and happen. Like, nah, fam. No, family. You just smoked. You know the kids are smoking weed vapes now? Can I even say that on YouTube? But that's what's happening. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Help these kids, man. Run up to one of them and smack it out their hand. Smoking on Death Star. What are you playing Star Wars or are you talking about something else? That's the name of the thing? What is that? Yeah, children shouldn't be having that. There's not even a medical reason for children to have it yet. That's crazy. I didn't even know that existed until today. I was like, y'all gotta be kidding me, fam. Death Star is the strain. That's crazy. I'm not touching nothing that says death in it. No way. Oh no, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. World of Warcraft? A World of Warcraft ad came up? That's crazy. I admire people that can play one singular video game for their entire life. I love that. I love that for y'all. Because people have been playing World of Warcraft dedicated for over 20 years. People get married in World of Warcraft. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a game, it's a lifestyle. Like, people really are into that. And it's like, damn, I wish I was like focused enough to want to do something like that. Because I be playing everything, bro. I'll be wanting to play everything. Well, almost everything, but yeah. But I tell you what, when that GTA 6 come out, boy, ain't gonna be no other game. Ain't no other game. Who? Mass of what? Dragons who? Was Alan asleep? Alan wake. When's the repass? You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't playing no. Everybody getting one too. Everybody gonna get a copy, man. And it ain't the old school days no more. Everybody can get a copy. Digital. It's gonna be 300 gigs, they said though. Which I'm not happy about. I got the space, but still, shit. That's gonna be the reason you buy a PS5. Oh man. I thought you had one already. Oh no, I think that was Jaws. That might have been Jaws. I'm thinking about getting mine on there, but I have way more space on my Xbox. But I feel like the PlayStation version is gonna have some crazy ass enhancements and bonuses and shit. Gonna try to make me feel FOMO. Cause you know what be making me feel FOMO? Some Fortnite skins sometimes. I'll be looking, the little dances and stuff they be having in there. It's like, oh man. Y'all killing me, man. It is okay. I'm tripping. Yeah, the Star Wars skins are really good. I was saying this yesterday. Yeah, me and Coco was playing yesterday. We got a victory royale, which is cool. But I was saying yesterday that like Fortnite is one of the most impressive games out right now, and I think a lot of people shit on it because it just looks goofy. But like, that's stupid, because when you actually play it, you can see that it's become this massive platform that you can do just about almost anything in there. And the fact that they are able to push out such quality on a consistent basis is really impressive. I mean, if you look at all the newer hold on. The voice was bothering me. But the fact that you have all these like high quality character models in here, the animations for a lot of the emotes and dances are really dope, and the attention to detail to all the collaborations they do is just immaculate. So I feel like, yes, Elden Ring is great. Yes, Baldur's Gate is great. Yes, GTA is great. Yes, Elder Scrolls is great. All these games are great. But like, y'all not really listening to what Fortnite is doing. Y'all not looking at what Fortnite is doing. That's really impressive. It's highly focused in capitalism and consumerism, sure, but it's still impressive that they're able to do something so consistently without hardly any instability at all. There are so many games that launch with so many problems day one. So many problems day one, yet Fortnite, you're able to just log in. As soon as they switch the season off and on, you're able to log in and jump in and play with your friends. They got the Lego mode, like PJ said. They got Battle Royale. They got Zero Build. They've got all the user-created stuff. They got the collaboration levels. Like they had a Sinners level that we weren't able to play, unfortunately, because it's disappeared. But there's Rock Band. There's racing. There's everything, bro. It's insane. And then don't forget the creative mode, right? They got creative mode. They got all these different things. So I'm just always impressed. And they respect the artists. They really do respect a lot of the people that contribute to this game. They hire a lot of, well, I don't know if they hire people to work on their team, but they do commission artists to create pieces for their loading screens or like other game assets, and that's so cool. That's so cool to me. Hold on, let me do it like this. Hey, na 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 na. That's the song right there. I got hype, bro. As soon as I heard that na 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 na, that's my shit, bro. Do I want to be lazy? Hey, when I heard that na 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 na, yo, that's a bop right there. Put that in the mix. Tell Zach Fox to put that on his next DJ set. Tell Zach Fox to put that on his next DJ set when you go to Abbott Elementary. Oh, did Abbott end? Am I tripping? I think it did. For the season. I think it ended for the season. That and what's that show called? I'll be watching. St. Dennis Medical with David Alan Grier. That ended too for the season. Yo, was I talking? Damn, it's already 9 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, we all cheat, Morgan. Literally everybody we know, even the people that we know that be working at the big companies, they all take shortcuts. They all do similar things that we do. I just like to do the actual by hand coloring sometimes because I just like the process, the feeling of it. And then also it's just nice to look at besides me just like doing a lasso tool and then filling it in. That just looks a lot better. But other than that, like I'm using a lasso tool, bro. I'm using a paint bucket tool. I'm doing some selections, you know what I'm saying? I'm building paths, man. I'm gonna stress myself out for. See, that was wrong with the artist community back in the day. Motherfuckers was dying of heart attacks at 25 because they was over there sleeping for like 1 hour and then painting for 23. Put that work in, but also get some fucking rest, man. Jesus. Like we built this weird, like, starving artist, struggling artist narrative, and it's just like, what are we doing? Damn it, man. What did I just do? And it's like, it don't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be that an artist has to work themselves to the bone just to get a little bit of love. Yeah, I think people they fetishize the struggle because I think it's what gives them their worth. I think it gives them a badge of honor. I think they feel like they're doing something if they are struggling, if things are too easy, or if people don't perceive them as hardworking, then it's a problem. And I could give two shits about what somebody's thinking about what I'm doing because they can't do it like me. Amen. She is not impressed. She is not liking you. She looks very angry. She's coming to get you. You know, I thought Iyana would have responded by now. They have not responded. It could be that we're on different time zones, but like, wow. I was surprised. I was surprised when I posted and there was no like reaction from them yet. I want us to break out of that starving artist. I want us to break out of that starving artist narrative. I don't believe in it. I don't like it. I don't condone it. And I do not acknowledge it. If somebody starts saying shit like that, I ignore them immediately. Because we don't need to be doing that. That's the problem with it now. That's why they look at us like that now. If we walk around and we actually hold our heads up high, we're confident, we talk about our art and what we want to do, with all the vigor in the world, bro, like I'm telling you, things could shift. Like a lot of the people on the internet, bro, like they are the worst. They're the worst ones. The internet artists, the Tumblr artists, all them people that y'all be seeing, be yelling at other people for no reason, they be the worst ones. Them niggas, them motherfuckers, you will tell them some suggestions of things to do. You'll give them a little bit of a head starter on something, and then they just start squirming because they want to struggle. They want to sit and writhe in filth and poverty. They want to. Hey, apply to this thing. You should apply to this. This is, if you really want to go for this, then you should, do X, Y, and Z. They don't do nothing. The woe is me, self-defeated artist, bro. Like I don't like it. Now I gotta do it again. From the beginning. I don't think anybody knows that reference. Wefwints? What the fuck? What am I, Elmer Fudd? Wefwints. We're hunting Wefwints. But I don't think anybody is going to get that reference I made. It's a very niche, specific thing. It's from a musical. It's a musician's biopic. And there's a scene in it. It's Beethoven. It's a Beethoven biopic. We saw it in middle school. And there's a scene where he's like practicing piano with somebody, or I think he's by himself. Either way, he's playing the piano and he's messing up. He's getting frustrated. Mind you, Beethoven's also deaf, so he's got that sound, you know, the way that deaf people sound without the thing. So when he gets frustrated, he goes from the beginning, and he makes that, he has that like the deaf person sound, and like that cracked me up so much as a kid. Almost as much as Get Your Hands Out My Pocket, but not as much. Get Your Hands Out My Pocket might be the funniest thing I ever saw as a child. And if you don't know what Get Your Hands Out My Pocket is, don't worry about it. But Get Your Hands Out My Pocket is iconic. And I got in trouble. Do I regret it? Absolutely. Would I probably laugh again? Absolutely. How you going to put something like that in such a serious movie and not expect a child in middle school to laugh? Oh, should I? Oh, yeah. So I have to So what I'll have to do is animate it similar to how I did the avatar that I use for some of my videos and the live streams on TikTok. So I'm going to have to do the base of her staring, 4 frames, and then 1 frame for each mouth movement. Yeah. That's exactly how I'm gonna have to do it. The thing you animated, Morgan, the Sailor, was it Sailor Moon? I can't remember what it was, but the redraw you did, the animated scene you did with the audio from the show. What did you use to animate that? What was that? Was that Procreate? Is that Clip Studio? I just found out Chuck be using Clip Studio. I thought he was using Photoshop this whole time. Oh, you did that all in Photoshop too? Nice. See, people don't understand the power of Photoshop. You can literally do anything in Photoshop. You can literally do anything in almost every program, really, once you learn some things. Because if y'all seen some of the stuff that people have done in MS Paint, ooh, I've seen some amazing things come out of that. Timeline is incredible, yeah. I might just skip coloring and just get the base down first and then just go from there. I think that's what I might do, just so I can see what it looks like first. Nah, okay, so I used Well, has my mic been dead that whole time? What happened? I don't even remember muting it. That's crazy. So I used to work in this department store when I was younger, like in my early 20s, and we worked in the basement. I must have hit it by accident. We worked in the basement. We were all black, obviously, right? Because why not? And except there was one dude down there who wasn't. He was Middle Eastern, and his name was, let's call him Farouk. I'm not going to use his real name. Let's call him Farouk. Farouk was mad chill. He was just like a super chill dude. He always liked talking to you. He was very like jovial. He'll greet you. Just overall great guy. The thing about him, he had two things that were very prominent about his character. He liked to sing, and he also smelled bad all the time. So when I was just singing the na 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 stuff, I was thinking about him because he had like a really nice voice. So he had like that really cool like Middle Eastern like wedding singer type vibe. Like it was very like smooth. He'll do like a little na na na, you know, and he would always be doing it randomly. You just hear him go na 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 na. I was like, but he was mad cool. The only thing is that the people that I worked with, because they were ignorant and just closed-minded, they would make fun of him a lot. Not just because of the way he smelled, but just because of the way he looked, all that stuff. Just being dumb and racist. And they're like, "Oh, you better chill before you come up in here and, you know, blah 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 blah. It's all up." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Come on, man. Come on." And I remember one time, it was like July. It was the middle of the summer. It was like June, July. It was hot. But the basement was boiling, bro. Like it felt like we was in the lava level of Mario 64, the desert level. And this dude come in and he got like a whole basketball jersey on, talking about something. Hello, like nah. We had to literally pull him aside. It was me and another coworker. We pulled him aside and said, "Yo, we have to talk to you, man. Like we gotta figure something out because this is not good." And we try to be very, you know, calm and nice about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, we might need to find a solution for this BO issue. And he was like, "Man, you buy me deodorant?" Like he was getting upset because we was confronting him. Because then here come, so what blew up the situation? What's up, Johan? So what blew up the situation? Me and let's call him Percy. All right, me and Percy, we were the youngest, one of the youngest there. There was like a few of us in our 20s, and we spoke to Farhim, also in his 20s. So we were like, all right, we could try to relate to him. We're the most, you know, chill people here with him. Let's talk to him about it. So we go over there and we talking to him, and he's kind of like, he's obviously upset, but he's not blowing up yet. He doesn't blow up until I'm gonna call him Cosby because he looked like Bill Cosby. That wasn't his name. I'm gonna call him Cosby. Cosby walks over. He'd been at the department store for like 20 years, just doing the same fucking job over and over again. He was tall, bald, had a pot belly. He's also West Indian. So he came over and just ruin everything by just saying like, "Hey man, you stink." You know, like he just came over mad, like aggressive, like, "Hey man, you stink," and da 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 da. You know, he said a bunch of other stuff. I can't remember, but that's when Farouk was just he lit up, bro. He was mad. He was mad for the rest of the day. We ain't see him. He was upset, bro. I don't know if we ended up getting him like aluminum free deodorant or anything like that the next day, but I do remember things getting better. I think he found something that worked for him. I don't know, but yeah, there was that. There was that. That came from us listening to this Katamari Damacy thing. So wherever Farouk is, I hope he's doing well. That was my guy. What a story. I got stories from that department store for days. That department store was crazy. There was a dude, so there used to be, so there was like, I guess we're not drawing no more. But there was like, hold on. I don't understand your question, Johan. What do you see on the screen? Anyway, so yeah, that place was full of stories. So there was a group of dudes. They were like the truck crew. They offloaded stuff from the truck. We handled the other stuff. We moved stuff around after they offloaded stuff off the truck, but they were the ones responsible. Sometimes I would help out if they were a man down, and that's where like I had my first ever back belt, and I thought it was so cool walking around with that shit. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna lift everything in here. Yeah. You know. So the truck crew consisted of, was it 3 or 4 guys? I think it was 4 guys. It was 2. So there was other non-black people there. There was 2 Spanish dudes. I think they might have been Dominican or Puerto Rican, one of the 2. They were both heavy set. One was more like muscular because he would work out. Let's call him Travis. Call him Travis. And the other one, he was taller, but he was just regular fat. But he was just like, you know, he was proportionate fat though. He wasn't like just spilling over. He was like big, so he carried his weight well. Let's call him Antonio. So Travis and Antonio. There was also Murphy. I'm just calling him Murphy because I don't want to use his real name. Every name I'm using is a fake name. So Murphy was on that team as well. And I swear there was another person, but I can't remember. So they were all hanging out all the time. Those were like that was their crew. They was cool with everybody else, but that was their crew. So they was always walking around with each other. They was always moving stuff together. Like they knew the spots to hang out. They knew the spots to like catch Z's at, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew the building. They knew, you know what I'm saying? Murphy was probably one of the most outrageous people that worked at that place, and probably one of the most outrageous people I've ever worked with in my life. Something was wrong with him up here. Like he was way too zany. He was way too zany. And one day I swear to you, because he was like, he was cool, but he was really goofy, but like in a weird way. I don't know if that makes any sense. Also, Morgan, I literally just saw your comment about Ianu. I guess I somehow missed it. But yeah, I hope they respond too. So yeah, he was just really zany. He would say weird stuff. He was kind of like, I don't know, the Tasmanian devil, but personified as a black man. That sounded a little, all right, whatever. So one day they're getting on the freight elevator, which was one of my favorite things to get on when I worked there. They're getting on the freight elevator, and I was helping them load some stuff on the freight because they had to take things up to like the 3rd floor, the men's department or something like that. And I'm moving the stuff in. We got the pallets and all that stuff. We lay them down. And for some reason, as they close the doors and they about to go upstairs, for some reason, Murphy pulls down his shorts and all you see is his boxes and his bulge swinging. And he says something. I think he says his catchphrase. I don't know what the fuck he was saying. He says, and then I'm like, what the fuck? And then the two of them start laughing, and then you hear them laughing going up the elevator. And I'm like, what the what? And that was just how he was. He was just a strange dude like that. It was weird. He never touched nobody. He never like did anything like that, but he was just weird. Like, why you pull down your shorts? Like, what? So yeah, that was just a little thing that happened at the department store. How do you sell art and make money out the art online? Oh, and my art is like 5 out of 10. You should give yourself a higher number than that. You can sell art online through I'm trying to think of something that's like free. What's a free site that will host you? Oh, Redbubble, right? Redbubble is a good place to sell designs. I don't know if it still is. I don't know if anybody can vouch for Redbubble, but I know they were a pretty big deal back in the day, because they also do, not only do they do apparel, but they do prints as well, art prints, so you can sell your art prints on there. I don't know if this place is still around. Damn, what was their name? It was like Print 8 or Print something. And they were basically like the go-to place to get art prints from, to print your work. Can't remember the name. Something 8, Print 8, Session 8, something like that. So you can look for online storefronts that don't have any startup fees. And then eventually you can build up to creating your own thing. You can host your site from Wix or Squarespace and connect it to something like a print-on-demand site. A print-on-demand site like Printful or not Vistaprint. What's the other site? Teespring, TeePublic, stuff like that. So if you want to go that route, sell apparel or art prints, you can use those options. If you grow a following and people are really dedicated to you, you can start up a Patreon or a Kickstarter, depending on what you're doing. I feel like Kickstarters are more for one-off projects that you're trying to do, where Patreon is more for the general evolution and growth and journey of your career and your brand as an artist, or yourself as an artist. So those are two other options. I would suggest, if you can, figure out a setup. If you have like your phone, you can stream to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and each one of those platforms offers monetization. So you can get on here and do what I'm doing, which is like, we're sitting here and we're drawing and we're talking, but people also have become members of my channel. They also donate gifts, right? They do the super chats. All that is monetized on the channel. So that's another way. And TikTok is probably like the easiest one, because there's a very low barrier to entry for TikTok when it comes to live streaming and earning money from it. It's just all about how you can generate a steady audience. That's all. I hope that answered your question. I hope. Let me see. Does this look? Let's look at timeline. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I was concerned that I drew too exact. I already see an error right there. See where that dot on the left is flashing like that? Oh, okay. So in that case, because of your age, I would suggest conferring with your parents first before you do any of those things, and also look into spaces that are local Maybe they can take you to an art fair or something that revolves around art and artists selling their work. So it could be art fair, it could be exhibition, it could be a group show, etc., etc. But look at what you got going on locally. Google that. You can search on Reddit. You can probably find things on TikTok. I know a lot of kids like to search things. A lot of the youths like to search things on TikTok. So you might be able to find something local. Have your parents or your guardian, whoever, take you there. But yeah, talk to your guardian, parent or guardian first. They was talking about it was going to rain today. It barely rained. All right. So yeah, I thought it was going to look bad because I thought I drew exactly on the line. So that's good. Perfect. Perfect. Fantastic. Phenomenal. Give me 14 of them right now. All right. So it's going to be 4 frames. The next one. So what I do sometimes, I'll just go off of each iteration, but I think sometimes people go back to the original and try to, I don't know, but this is just my workflow. De nada. Claro que sí. What did I sign myself up for, bro? What am I about to do? Oh my god. It's so simple, but I'm just making it dramatic. Because literally I'll just finish it. I can finish this. What they be saying, lickety split. What the fuck? What is that? What is that? What is that? Somebody tell me what that means. White people in the chat, what is lickety split? to my Ooh, I like that. Hey. How long have I been making art? Since I came out the womb. So 34 years. Professionally 14. I noticed everybody's animating now, bro. Like, mad people are jumping into anime because they realize the power of it. There's so many more people I'm seeing now that are animating. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It's pretty interesting. That and like there's mad people making video games now. Thought I heard something. We're gonna get up out of here at 10 o'clock, just so y'all know. Morgan, did you start your Apple TV yet? I think you would really like government cheese. Also, I really think David Oloyo Aloy. Ooh, always mess up his name. But he played Martin Luther King in that one movie. But I feel like he's one of the most underrated actors we have right now in the community. He's really good. He was in Silo too. So he played Martin in Selma. He was in Silo. I've seen him in other stuff too. But now he's like a leading man. You know what I mean? Now he's got his own TV show too, which is cool. Underrated talent. And Dope Thief just ended, so damn, all my shows just ended. A lot of my shows already ended. Gotta find new stuff to look up. Dope Thief just ended, and that was pretty cool. Though the ending happened so fast, I have to rewatch it. I need to rewatch it. Everything happened so fast. You've been so busy. I mean, yeah, if your parents feel like, what the hell just happened? If your parents feel like a lot of what you're drawing has been violent, you definitely want to refrain from that for now. If there are things that you want to talk about that deal with violence, I think that's great, but probably wait till you're a little older. Or until you can figure out a way to explain why you're drawing these violent things, you know? Because you don't want your parents or anyone else to worry and, you know, they're like, oh boy, what's going on? What's happening here? Who's this broad? Who's this broad? I don't know why, but that popped into my head just now. One of my favorite lines from Sonic the Hedgehog. Who's this broad? It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how that looks. I'm bringing Squiggle Vision back, man. I'm single-handedly gonna bring Squiggle Vision back. I don't care. We're gonna bring that back. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in animation. It's so silly. Well, whether it's for Minecraft or any other thing, it's always good to make sure that we're able to explain at least some part of what we're doing so that there is a level of understanding from our audience, especially if we're at a young age or a particular demographic or anything like that. There could be questions raised or posed, right? I would be concerned if I had a child or student in front of me that was drawing and what they were doing was, bloody or violent. We would need to know what's going on and why they were doing that, you know? You're curious to see how these things were created? Yeah, Squiggle Vision literally, I think the first ever Squiggle Vision show was Dr. Katz. It's something called Dr. Katz. It was, who did that? I can't remember who did that. But that was the first show that did it back in the 90s, early 90s. And the last show that I saw do it was probably Ed, Edd n Eddy. Most likely it was Ed, Edd n Eddy. that there. Should be good now. Now it's just dancing around. That's funny. So let's do another for the fourth frame. Lower the opacity. So it's like onion skinning. Donkey. Ogres have layers. Ten minutes on the clock before we wrap up for tonight. But don't worry, this won't be the last time you see me this week because we're streaming tomorrow morning as well. We'll get into that at the end of the stream when we do our little cool down. Amanda Seales does a really cool thing. When she starts it in her stream, she does like a little song, like a little jingle. So like the first one, the first one she does is where like she asks people where they're from. So she sings a song and she's like, Amanda Lander's here to learn. And then she's like, tell me where you're from. And then people just like start commenting and she'll sing where they're from. And I thought that was really cool. And she does something similar near the end too. I was like, I love that. That's so fun. That is so fun. This is a OC. Is that a question or a statement? I just remembered, you know what I'm gonna watch tonight? I just remembered Survival of the Thickest came out a few months ago, and the second season I did not remember to watch it, and I just saw something about it earlier today, so I'm definitely gonna turn on at least the first episode tonight and try to finish it this weekend. Hey, my threads is growing. I'm so happy. Hey. Hasta mañana. Thank you for coming, man. Thank you for coming. Yes, this is an original character from a series that I do. Let me look up something. Let me see something. South of Midnight is 10 to 12 hours long. So if I stream it, on Saturday. So the thing is, I'm trying to think how I want to do this for Saturday. Maybe because I have to go somewhere in the afternoon, so maybe we can break it up into two different streams. So one that's in the morning, early afternoon, and another one that's like later on in the day. Because I feel like it would be cool to play through the whole thing on a stream. And we just vibe out, enjoy the story. experience it together. Maybe multiple Saturdays. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just see how Saturday goes and see how I feel by the time I set everything up. I just wish a lot more of the bigger creators I know played it or covered it more. Because, like, who's the FD signifier equivalent to the gaming space? Speaking of the gaming space, yo, funny how Kai Cenat launched a streamer university and is only letting black streamers in, and all the non-black streamers are mad. Like, everybody was like, yo, y'all wanted to get rid of DEI, right? But like, who is that? Who is the FD of the gaming space that talks about video games from a conversational standpoint? Because I feel like I bring the art aspect when we play games. I always talk about the design and other aesthetics, but I want a black video essayist that covers video games and plays them and understands them as an art form. Because I ain't gonna lie, FD played Control and said he didn't like it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna come to you for gaming opinions, because you mostly just play Tekken from what I know. So I don't know if I want to come to you for video games. You know what I'm saying? We want to get this last one done, and then we'll just stare at this and see how cool it looks. Did her hair just fucking... It did. Oh, man. All right. We got to make sure we get rid of that on those. I think the music stopped, too. I think I might do 5 frames. I think a 5th frame might be good. I mean, most people do like 2, to be honest, from what I've seen. But that's gonna be it for us tonight. I didn't think I would get that far, but it's nice that I was able to start this project. I'm really excited. It's gonna be really, really nice. It's gonna be short and sweet, but it's gonna be nice. You're gonna enjoy it. Well, that is it for us tonight. We need to wrap up. Baja. Cool down. All that. So, thank you all for coming tonight. I do appreciate everyone that has showed up, whether you were lurking or you were commenting, whether you shared the stream or you just, hit that like button a million times over. I appreciate y'all for real. So a big shout out to our YouTube members and our Patreon members, our Patreon founders, and the friends of BB. You keep the lights on here. You are wonderful, wonderful people who have contributed to the continued growth and success of independent Black art and media here on YouTube and across the art space. But we have some things that are coming up. So in case you wanted to see more of me, enjoy more of our community, we have a stream happening tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So come through, pull up, and let's have a good time. Co-working is ad-free. This is thanks to our YouTube membership. And yeah, this is a space for us to kind of just chill out. Conversation can happen, but it's pretty minimal because we're all working, but you can enjoy the sounds and sights of someone just sitting alongside you typing. So it's just a nice little vibe to kick it with. Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise DLC. We continue to, try to make some stuff there. What I think I'm going to do, though, I'm going to try to like rush through some of the clients so I can get as many items as possible. And that way, when I go back to redo the homes, I actually have like a large variety of things to use. Because I hate using the same things over and over again. I don't have all the stuff unlocked yet, which is fine. It's fine. Discord events, yo. So also, before I even start about Discord events, this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, south of midnight, Saturday morning stream, come through. It's going to be a good time. So Discord events this Sunday. Matter of fact, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time is our virtual drink and draw. We've been vibing. I'm going to show you that trailer again. Or maybe I won't. No, I won't. Never mind. I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm trying to run through this real quick. Sorry. But you should come through. Virtual drink and draw is absolutely free for our YouTube and Patreon members. So come through if you have access to the Discord. Why not? Pull up and be camera ready. You don't have to be on camera, but we do want to see your art. And I love posting what we create in video and photo formats. So get ready to at least show your art that you create on that night, that wonderful night tomorrow. And last but not least for this week, Sunday is our Mario Kart, our game night. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe plus Nintendo Switch Online games as well. So make sure you update your games. Please make sure you update your games before you come in. Please, God, please. Set an alarm if you need to, because we're not going to sit there and wait for you with your slow internet. And it's going to take 4 hours to download 1 KB of data. Okay. So make sure you update your games before you hop in tomorrow, Sunday night, or any game night, honestly. Also, Sweaty Minds has updated. Do me a favor. Please do me a favor. If you really, really enjoy Sweaty Minds and you really say that you love me and you say all these great things about me, do me a favor. Go support Sweaty Minds. Leave a comment. Habtunes.com/SweatyMind. Link is in the description and in the bio. In the pinned comment in the live chat right now. Sweaty Minds will be updating tomorrow as it does every Wednesday. So leave a comment, share it, talk about it. Let's help it grow. Okay. And last but not least for updates here is the Art Block episode 21. Morgan Basant, who you see in the chat, just having a good old time over there. She's right there too. You see her face? Look at her face. She's worried. You know why she's worried? Because of AI. Generative AI, man. It's really doing something to the industry. And we talk about it on episode 21 of the Art Block. So go check that out. It's on the channel right now. Okay. It's a good one. It's a really good one. So yeah, there's always stuff going on. I keep myself very busy. I'm trying to grow this thing. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to grow this brand. So we're always working. We're always got stuff going on. So there's lots of stuff to check out. And I appreciate all y'all's support, for real. That's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to go and relax. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to maybe play a few minutes of Diablo. I'm definitely going to be watching some TV and to wind down. I'm just going to chill out halfway through the week. Yeah. But until next time, y'all stay true. Stay you, and we out. Deuces. Baja.